So here we're taking a standard 120 sling, taking the sewn part to one end so it doesn't come into any conflict with any knots that we're going to make. We're taking one end and passing it through the central loop of our harness and making a girth hitch. About 40% of the sling, we're going to make a simple overhand knot, which we're going to use for the rope break. Now we place another overhand knot in the sling, which we can use for adjusting the sling if necessary. Take the carabiner associated with the rope break, we're going to pass it through the knot here, so we're going to clip on both sides of the sling. I found that some course participants, especially at the beginning of an abseil, find that if they just clip below the overhand knot, it can slide around. It's a bit disconcerting for them. So by going through the knot like this, the carabiner is fixed in one position on the sling. We now attach the rope break. We now take another screw carabiner and clip this into the sling. This would be used to clip us to the belay. We can adjust it by clipping below an overhand knot. And lastly, we take our Prosic rope and screw carabiner and clip it to the central lock, and we're good to go. This is the setup being used. We first put the auto block on to our abseil rope, clipping it into our screw carabiner and tightening it up. A little test here, make sure it's working properly. And now we drag up some rope between the auto block and the belay. This really helps and gives us better control when we're actually placing the rope onto our rope break. Put the rope in the rope break and we're going to clip it into the screw carabiner. And now we're going to put our weight onto the rope break. By doing this, we need to grab the belay and stand up and take the rope through. So now our weight is being hung on that rope break. And now we need to feed the auto block through so we get some weight onto it. So now our entire weight is onto the rope belay and the auto block. You can see that our backup rope there, backup sling, is loose, so all our weight is on the system and it's working fine. In this case, I'm not happy with the auto block, so I can abseil back down to my weights back onto the sling. I can readjust the auto block. It's much more easier to adjust it while we're on the belay than it is halfway down. Could have been too tight or maybe a bit too slack. Again, clipping it back into the screw gate carabiner and tightening it up. And now I need to put my weight back onto the rope break and adjust the auto block so I got my weight fully back onto the rope break and the auto block for testing again. Again, I got my weight back on the system and you can see that the backup sling there is now loose, so my weight is on the rope break and the auto block. I'm happy with the setup, so now I can remove my backup, clip it in this case in the rope above the rope break. I'm good to go. Just going to demonstrate what happens if you lose control now. Both hands off and the auto block works fine. And now I'm good to go for the rest of the abseil down.